When the early migrants from Nan'an came to Singapore, they brought along their traditions and customs, as well as religious beliefs. Guang Ze Zun Wang, or the god of compassion of Hong San Se Temple, was one of the deities worshipped by them. The Singapore Hong San Se Temple has its origins in the Sheshan district of Nan'an in Fujian. When the natives of Nan'an established themselves in other parts of the world, they would build temples dedicated to deities from their homeland so as to receive their blessings. In the past, a visit to Hong San Se Temple was like a return to the homeland for the Nan'an Chinese. To them, the temple was a spiritual cove. Built in 1836 in the late Qing dynasty, the Singapore Hong San Se Temple was originally located at Wallich Road, near the present Tanjong Pagar MRT station. In 1908, it was relocated to Mohammed Sultan Road and rebuilt by Mr. Lim Lo. He was the father of Mr. Lim Bo Sung, a hero of the anti-Japanese movement. The architecture of the temple follows the ancient Chinese palace architectural style, a profusion of carved beams and painted columns, pillars with sculpted stone dragons, and stelae with poetic inscriptions greet those who walk into the temple. There are masterpieces by Singaporean calligraphy master, the late Pan Shu, as well as works from the contemporary multimedia artist Tan Sui Hian. It is indeed a rare combination of ancient and modern times. For us to leisurely appreciate and admire are many legends and historical stories that have been blended into this old building, the vivid scenes and lifelike expressions coming from the skillful hands of Chinese sculptors are masterpieces of Chinese architecture in Singapore and Malaysia. From afar, the Hong San Se Temple's roof structure of overlapping eaves, combined with the symmetric dual artistic styles of wood carvings on both sides of the temple's central axis, is a resplendent display of unique Mainan architectural style. This ancient temple is an embodiment of traditional architecture, history, religion, sculpture, painting, literature, and folklore. There is much to appreciate in its rich architectural art. The spirit of its pioneers is a memory to be cherished, and the legends and stories associated with it attract many. Indeed, the Hong San Se has a special place among local monuments. In 1978, the Hong San Se Temple was gazetted as a national monument, thus establishing its important position amongst places of historic interest in Singapore. Many titles were conferred by emperors on the deity over the generations. As a result, devotees stream into the temple incessantly. The Nan'an community in Singapore built the Hong San Se Temple in the hope that their countrymen will remember their roots. At the same time, it's a base for their descendants to anchor themselves as they learn to cherish what they have today. The temple has endured the ravages of time and undergone successive restorations. The names of those who contributed generously to the restorations are prominently displayed in the temple. Due to many years of ravages by rain and termites, the building structure was seriously damaged. Planning for this latest major restoration commenced in 2005. conservation experts from the Beijing Palace Museum and top-ranking restoration specialists from Changzhou were invited to advise and supervise the execution of the restoration work. In 2010, the restored temple was nominated to compete for the UNESCO Asia-Pacific Heritage Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation. It emerged from among 33 entries from 14 countries to win the highest honor, the Excellence Award. This was the first such major award won by a Singapore national monument. Today, the Singapore Hong San Se Temple is a repository of traditional Chinese culture and civilizations. After undergoing successive professional restorations, it's not just a place for religious worship and devotion, but also a classic example of local heritage conservation.